Heads high is our posture. Against all odds, we gon' prosper. We know our place in this world. We gon' shine our lights till it hurts. Staying focused, we know our day coming. Negative vibes, we escape from it. We know our place in this world. We gon' shine our lights till it hurts.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Urban Platform Speaks, Sunday Sports Edition. I just wanted to jump on here real quick and talk about the situation that's going on with LeBron and Bronny James. LeBron has recently come out and said that it's not really all that important that he plays with his son Bronny James, and it's obvious to me that the reason for this is because LeBron, he don't want anybody else to draft Bronny James besides the Lakers, because if someone else besides the Lakers draft Bronny James, then LeBron, he will have to go and play for them, and so he don't want to take that chance. He wants to try to minimize that chance as much as possible. But I think because of he made a few mistakes in telling people what his plans was, and he basically just gave them leverage, and in more than one way. Like LeBron don't have any leverage. So let's take the Lakers for instance, right? So if the Lakers, he wants the Lakers to draft Bronny James, but I think that Laker Nation, like those fans, that they're used to like a rich tradition of winning, so that might kind of upset that Laker fan base, because LeBron, to be honest, is not really he's not really a Laker like you would think of Magic and Kobe and Worthy and all those dudes. LeBron is more so like a mercenary, like a hired gun. So I don't think, like, he is not as accepted in LA as like most of the other Laker legends are. So I'm not sure if the Lakers really want to waste a draft pick on bringing in LeBron's son Bronny, when LeBron probably only have about 2 more years in the league. So he don't have a lot of leverage there. If the Lakers do decide to bring in Bronny James, it'll be mainly out of respect for LeBron, but he really don't have any leverage. So now a few teams are talking about bringing, drafting Bronny, and thinking that if they draft Bronny, they can, they'll have leverage and they can persuade LeBron to play for them, which is true. Their leverage, if you draft Bronny James, your leverage is really strong. Number one, LeBron is on the downside of his career, and he has made it clear up until recently that he really wants to play with his son. So let's say, for instance, if the Cleveland Cavaliers decide to draft Bronny, right? They could draft Bronny and say, look, if you don't come and play for us, we'll draft him, we'll draft Bronny, and we'll just sit him on the end of the bench, or we might send him down to the G League. So they can basically kill his career, and that's why I call it catch. It's like a catch and kill situation. So for people who don't, if you never heard of catch and kill, that's like people in the media use that term catch and kill. It's like, say for instance, like Donald Trump had someone had a bad story going up. They wanted to go public with a bad story about Donald Trump. So you would go to a publication and you say, look, I got this story about Donald Trump, and I want you to put it out. So that publication will buy that story, buy the rights to that story, and pay you. Then they can go to Donald Trump and get more money from him, and then that story just never see that story will never see the light of day. And that's sort of what they can do with Bronny James' career. Like if they draft Bronny James and LeBron decide not to play for them, then they could essentially, because they could sit him on, they could bury him on the end of the bench, or they could send him to the G League. And then LeBron, he don't want that to happen to his son, because he want to play with him. And once LeBron is out of the league, then LeBron really don't have any leverage. So they can actually, someone can draft him and kill Bronny and kill his career. Another team that people were talking about was OKC. Now, I don't really see him being able to go to OKC. And because OKC, they got a nice little team already. And I think LeBron would kind of upset the chemistry and stunt the growth of those young guys that they got at OKC. They got Holmgren, and they have Shea Alexander, and they got a few more. They got some nice pieces there, and I don't think that LeBron would be able to, he'll be a good fit for them. They don't need him for like ticket sales, and at his age, he really don't affect like winning. You know what I mean? Because the Lakers this year, they was like in 7th or 8th place this year. So he really don't affect winning. So I don't really see OKC really going after LeBron, although they have been tossed out there as a possibility. Another team that was tossed out there as a possibility was the Charlotte Hornets. Now, the Charlotte Hornets, I could see them doing it because they don't really have. They have one of the ball boys, but he kind of been hurt lately. And they could get LeBron in, just to sell seats. They could do like a farewell tour. They could really pump up the fact that he's playing with his son. And so that would be good for business. They wouldn't be like, in championship contention or nothing like that. And I think LeBron, he like to win. So he want to go somewhere where he have a chance to win. And I don't see Charlotte being that team. Another team that they was talking about, I don't have that. They talked about the Philadelphia 76ers. Now that wouldn't be a bad fit because I think LeBron with Joel Embiid, Maxey, and what's the other big guy? I forgot his name, but that wouldn't be a bad fit. I think that LeBron will be able to help them out some. And I think LeBron will be able to help the Sixers out. But those teams, if anybody was shrewd enough to draft Bronny James and just tell LeBron that, like, if you refuse to come, if you don't want to come, then that's cool. We can just, we'll just sit Bronny on the bench, maybe send him down to the G League. That would be devastating to LeBron because Bronny James, his career would basically be over because he won't get a chance. He won't have an opportunity to develop. And it'll be so hard for him to develop if he's not getting playing time. And so that's why by LeBron being at the tail end of his career, and he's not really affecting winning, not even on a team where he has Anthony Davis, was he affecting, winning. That's why I thought that it really wasn't wise for LeBron to tell people what he was going to do, because once you tell people what you're going to do, then you give people like the upper hand, or you give them notice onto like what your plans are, So I'm thinking that this draft and what happens with Bronny James is going to be very, very interesting. I'm thinking if I'm the Lakers, I really don't want to waste a pick on Bronny James. I might, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody in the Lakers front office was maybe making a side deal or a backdoor deal for one of these other teams to draft Bronny, so the Lakers won't even have to they won't even be questioned, or they'll just get out of having to draft Bronny themselves. They may not even want to deal with the Bronny and Bron James thing. So they might. I wouldn't be surprised if they cut like a side deal, like I said, with one of these other organizations and say, look, if you draft Bronny, we will pay you. They might give them some cash or something like that, or they may, I don't know, they may like say, we owe you one, we owe you a favor later on down the line, and then you can call in your favor later on down the line, because I I don't think the Lakers really want to draft Bronny because it don't help them getting towards like winning. And the Lakers, they don't just want to entertain, they want to win. You know, that organization is used to winning championships. And LeBron really don't have a whole lot of leverage. I was surprised when the Lakers got rid of Darvin Ham, you know, like because LeBron, to me, like I said, he's on his way out. If they do bring in JJ Redick, that'll just to me just be more drama. I'm not sure if JJ Redick could be a good coach or not, but he won't be able to help them to win because JJ Redick is not on the court. You know, even if JJ Redick know the X's and the O's of the game and he's a great motivator and all that stuff, you know, you got LeBron who's been in the league for 20 something years. Anthony Davis is getting older every year. And then on top of that, they didn't really have enough help around those two guys, their role players, to help get them past, you know, the number 8 spot, the number 7 or the number 8 spot in the standing. So I'm thinking that this draft coming up is going to be very, like I said, it's going to be very interesting. I wouldn't be surprised. The team most likely, I think, in my opinion. Now they said New York was New York was considering to drafting Bronny James. But the thing about New York, they have a good team. They got Brunson and they got Hart and they got DiVincenzo. They, you know what I mean? They just have so much talent. And again, LeBron James would upset that chemistry to me with Brunson. You know, Brunson, he's ball dominant, and everybody else feed off of Brunson. So I think Brunson can move without the basketball. He's good without the ball, but I think, you know, like when he's going downhill and he's attacking, Brunson he's better. So I think LeBron would make, you know, he would disrupt their chemistry also in New York. And I hope New York don't do that. You know, Julius Randle will be back next year. And LeBron didn't want Julius Randle on the Lakers when they first got there. So, I just think that this is going to be interesting. Like I said, Cleveland to me will be the team most likely to draft Bronny, and not even just to bring LeBron back. Cleveland have a lot of leverage if they were to draft Bronny. You know what I mean? That's his hometown. They have his son, on the team, and like I said, LeBron is on the downslide of his career, so he don't want to take the chance of not playing at all. And I think Cleveland is the team that will call his bluff more so than any other team that's that people are talking about. And so I'm watching that. The owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers and LeBron, they kind of have like a contentious relationship. I forgot. I think his name not Dolan. I forgot his name, but the owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers, he has some scathing things to say about LeBron the first time LeBron left. He wasn't really all that happy the second time LeBron left. So the only reason why he didn't really say anything harsh about LeBron the second time LeBron left is because of the media backlash and the public backlash that he got the first time he said something, disparaging about LeBron. So, I mean, this is going to be interesting to watch. And I don't think LeBron, that's why LeBron is kind of trying to backtrack and tell people, well, it's not really all that important to me that I play with Bronny. If we get to play together, cool. If not, because he don't want to give leverage to those other teams who are thinking that, they might have leverage if they draft his son. But it's too late. He let the cat out of the bag, and they can threaten to catch and kill. And if somebody pick his son up and he don't go and play for that team, then they can basically, and they probably will, because Bronny is not NBA ready right now, and they will probably, be able to just like really just kill his career. And his career probably be whenever LeBron leaves the league, his son will probably be right behind him. that's how serious this thing is. You know, I'm not trying to be negative about the situation, but that's what it is. You know, you have professional scouts who say that Bronny James is not NBA ready, and it'll be so hard for him to get NBA ready when he is sitting on the bench, you know, or he in the G League. You know, very seldom do people get sent down to the G League to develop and then come back up. You know, because you have new draft picks coming in every year. You got other kids that have other guys who already been on the G League. You know, they trying to get back up. So a lot of times you go down to the G League, it's a good chance that you're not coming back. You know, it's a good chance you're not coming back. So I think LeBron, you know, he really should not have made it known publicly that he wanted to play with his son. And now these teams out here, they got leverage, and you know, all is fair in love and war. So if they use that leverage against him, he might, you know, people gonna be surprised, you know, if they send his son to the YMCA, then he will have to play at the YMCA if he want to play with his son, or else they're going to, like I said, it's going to be like a catch and kill type situation. They can bury him on the end of the bench or even send him to the G League. But yeah, with that being said, man, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, you know, you can go to urbanplatformfashion.com and pick up some of our merch. You know, we have the hoodies. I know it's kind of a little bit too warm for the hoodies. Maybe I put the hoodies on sale, but it's getting kind of warm for the hoodies. And we have long sleeve t-shirts. We also have short sleeve t-shirts. Yeah, man, just, you know, go to the website and support. As you can see, I got on one of the short sleeve t-shirts, Urban Platform Fashion. That's one design, you know, of the t-shirts. I have probably like about 3 or 4 different designs on there, different colors and stuff like that. So with that being said, man, let me know what you think about what I said. You know, is it a possibility that one of these other teams or organizations could really draft Bronny James and use him as leverage to get LeBron to come to the team? I mean, he will almost have to go to that team, you know, or either, you know, if he really wanted to play with Bronny. You know, he already have an out when it comes to the contract situation in LA. He didn't really you know, he hasn't really read up yet with LA, and teams know that too. So they also know he on the tail end of his career. And the teams that are not that good, which I think those are the teams most likely to do that, to really to draft Bronny, they could use LeBron as, you know, to sell seats. You know, he have a big fan base. Wherever he go, he gonna sell tickets. Yeah, so I'm interested in you know, how y'all feel about that situation. Y'all think I'm reaching, or is this something that you may have not even thought about? This haven't even occurred to you? Let me know that too. But yeah, with that being said, you know, like and subscribe, check out the merch, and you know, feel free to support, you know, through Cash App. And I'm looking forward to your input. And I will check you all out on the next episode. Peace.